Fringe Dweller, yes you. We've arrived in October, the season of the witch. I always long for this time of the year. It feels so me. I think what it is we begin to move into what Spirit call the dreaming. It's a very liminal time. It's a time between time, a place between place. It's like autumn feels like a doorway, a transitional space and time. A doorway, a gateway, a bridge between the worlds. And I hear so many people, so many of my wonderful clients say to me, do you know what? Always at this time of the year, I feel the presence of my mum. Or I look out towards the kitchen and I swore I felt something or saw someone stand there by the kitchen door. Many of you know how I feel about doorways, passageways, or they say I turn the corner to go up the stairs and I felt someone standing there. You know, why is it that at this time of the year spirit contact just absolutely goes through the roof? You know, and we hear so many people say, you know, the veils are thinning at this time. Now, I've asked Spirit about that. I've said to him, listen, what is all of that about? And I felt them smile. I felt them sort of like laugh cheekily at me, as if to say, it's obvious. Can you not see it? Do you not see what's in front of you? They are always, and they always will be, the greatest teachers for us all. It's about just listening and feeling our way into those teachings. As they always say, all information's information. So I felt into that and I thought, do you know what it is during the summer months we're out there in the world, we are busy and we're kind of moving through the outer world. But come autumn we begin to drift very gently inward. As they say, we start to drift into the dreaming. We're kind of thrown back into our homes. You know, you think where we are right now, as we stand, it's getting dark around about 6:45 p.m. and it'll soon be 6, then 5, then 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, the days are really short, the nights are longer. We are less distracted, as spirits say. We're thrown back into our homes and we begin to notice what's going on around us, or we begin to pick up on what's going on around us. It isn't like they're not there at the rest of the time, they're not there the rest of the year, because they clearly are there the rest of the year. But it's like we begin to notice what's going on around us. We begin to feel into what is less obvious and what is more subtle, because we're less distracted. So I really do feel this time of the year, and you know, the thing is, it all has rhythm and flow. You know, during the spring we're planting the seeds, during the summer we're nurturing those seeds, and then comes harvest. And then alongside that, the celebration and friends gathering, preserving, sharing skills and knowledge, canning and crafting medicine from the garden, you know, filling the store cupboard with the most nourishing winter foods. You know, I was always kind of like, you know, thinking to myself, okay, as I transition the garden predominantly into herbs and plants, plant medicine, thinking, you know, will I miss growing the food? And there's so many occasions that I leave the buffet with a bag full of produce that has been gifted to me. You know, I'll gift some herbs, some plants, some lemon balm, and then in return those people going, you know, Shane, I've got some spare produce, take this home, you know. So when I look at those canned shelves full of canned produce, I look at it and just see all of that goodness, all that care and all that love that's gone into that ending up on my shelf, you know. And the thing is with that, it carries us deep into next spring, and there's something really special about that, you know. And as the years pass, I really do hope that the ways that the season speaks to me always gives me new insights, as I find ways to align my outer life with my inner life. And I hope to always intentionally and intuitively mark the passing of the month and the season, and to celebrate the seasons with a deep connection to what's happening in my life. For I believe that is where the magic is. It's not just about celebrating the festivals and the holidays and watching those seasons. The magic comes when I allow my life to fold into the season, and when I allow the seasons to spill over into my life. You know, since the autumn equinox, I've been very mindful of the power of rituals in the ordinary life. And when I speak of rituals, I mean the simple things like lighting candles just as it's getting dark, the morning routines, and then the nighttime routines of blending teas and cooking soulful suppers in the evenings, you know, starting up my computer at work each morning, and those late morning rides, and watching out for the first signs of smoke from the cottage chimneys, phone calls with friends, TV evenings of old black and white movies. I'm looking forward to watching once again this year around solstice or Christmas Eve, It's a Wonderful Life. Those weekly Pilates classes and my teacher pushing me beyond what I thought is possible. Long talks over a coffee at the Boffy as we begin to tidy it up, or at our local community farm, the first lot of fresh raw milk of the winter that I turn into yogurt and kefir, or feeding my sourdough loaves, and watching those leaves turn, drinking cacao first thing in the morning, following the phases of the moon, journaling and writing of my dreams, and taking in a breath of fresh air as I go out on that early morning ride. Simple things, very simple things that bring a sense of magic and grounding to my everyday life. It is these simple everyday rituals that remind me of the energy of the season. Watching the season, seeing the changes, feeling the air shift, it all reminds me that this is the time to release, let go and surrender. It's a time to begin to settle into the dark season, to anticipate those long dark days that are ahead, to prepare for a sense of emptiness that is far from empty, deep rest and hidden magic. And here's to the ever present cycle of descent, to rest, dream and become. The sparks of life. With everything that ends comes the promise of something new. For now, though, let's allow the darkness to hold us. And remember, those of you that are fringe dwellers, witches and hedge folk, that your difference is your strength. And I am here to tell you that there's nothing, nor was there ever anything wrong with you. You're not